Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Relaford, and I am going to give you a glimpse into my community, and I will later decide if I live in a good community. All right, so currently I am a resident of Clayton County, and here in Clayton County, we are the sixth most populated county in Georgia with approximately 274,000 residents. Now, we have a median age of about 32 years old, and also a median income of about 42,000. So we're not, we have a population that's pretty spread out, not too old, not too young. And I believe that everyone pretty much has a fair household income, so that we can all sustain life. Also, in comparison to the previous years, this information was taken about year 2015 and 2016. So in reference to the year of 2014, there was a 2.4% in population increase, while there was also a decrease in the median household income. So, according to the demographics in Clayton County, the Atlanta Regional Commission has reported that in the year of 2015, that pretty much Clayton County is predominantly black. So you have the black population of about 64.6%, followed by the followed by the Hispanic population, then the white, and then anyone else of any race and ethnicity. Now, here is also comparing this information to the year 2040, which is of course far in the future, but it's just showing you the projected increase in the population in regards to the ethnicities and also the age and generations, where you can see here in the year of 2015, Clayton County, although it's pretty spread out, it is dominated by the millennial population, which then follows into the older crowds and just steadily decreases from there. Now, I've also included this because I wanted you all to have an idea of the wages in Clayton County. As I said previously, you do have a median household income of about 42,000 a year, but I wanted to highlight on this graph that although it sustains life here in comparison to the state of Georgia, it is significantly lower where where the median household income is a little over 50,000 within the state of Georgia. In comparison to nationally, it is significantly lower, being that the United States has a median household income of about 55,000. And also here at the very bottom, you can see that it included the Atlanta, the Sandy Springs, Roswell area, and that's not in Clayton County. It's of course more towards the city, but it's just showing you the the median of about 60,000 in the household income, and that's just more of that upper middle class area. Now, I also wanted to show you all the poverty rates. As I previously stated, Clayton County is predominantly black, followed by the Hispanic populations, white, and then last but not least, anyone of any other race or ethnicity. However, you would think, or originally I thought that maybe is spread out a little bit more in regards to the poverty, considering how the races are spread out. But you see that of that the black community definitely and significantly experiences a greater poverty rate of 60% in comparison to the 20% of Hispanic, white, and is barely any evidence of anyone else experiencing poverty. Like I said, this was in the year of 2015. Of course, things may have changed, but I just wanted you all to catch a glimpse of the poverty rates across different race and ethnicities. Now, I've also included the crime rate here in Clayton County, and the reason I've done so is because within Atlanta, Clayton County has a stigma of being pretty violent, having a high crime rate. So I wanted to do a little bit more of research into that, being that, that is one of the first things that is mentioned when people mention Clayton County. I know myself, I've experienced this talking with others and saying, hey, I grew up in Clayton County, and they're just kind of like, whoa, so I did a little research, and I found some comparisons between the year of 2015 and 2016. According to city data, it says that the violent crime rate in 2015 in Clayton County, it was 66.6%, which is not as bad, or I'm sorry, 66.6, which is not as bad when you consider the national average at 208.5. However, in the year of 2015, it almost, actually it did double, a little over double. And even though the US average crime rate increased as well, it's just doubled. So also, I took a look at the property crime rate, where the Clayton County just definitely in the year of 2015 and 16 outweighed the national average. So considering both of these things, I do believe that crime here in Clayton County is steadily increasing and becoming unsafe, although it's not as dramatic, especially here in the violent crime rate, as others may believe throughout the city of Atlanta. With this steady increase, it will soon become, fulfill that stigma that everyone believes when they hear Clayton County. Now, to highlight some of our important institutions, Clayton County is the home of Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, which is the busiest airport in the world. Also, it is one of the largest employers here in the state of Georgia, especially through Delta Airlines, which has a significant amount of employers from the city of Clayton County, or just within the city of Atlanta, rather. Now, we also are home to Clayton State University, which is in Morrow, Georgia, another city in Clayton County. And it's just a great university, one of the major universities that we have here in the county. And it's great. Took a couple of classes there myself over a few summers, and it is pretty known throughout the county. Now, I also wanted to include a little bit of information about, well, relating back to the Civil War, because it is home, or why a lot of people come to Clayton County for tourist attractions. So we have the Claiborne Memorial Cemetery, and that originated from the Battle of Jonesboro in Civil War, of course. Well, I'm sorry, during the Civil War, which of course, they had a Battle of Jonesboro in Jonesboro, Georgia, on Sherman's way to the March of the Sea. So as he was marching to the sea, they did have a Battle of Jonesboro. And here in this picture, there are a lot of people, or actually everyone here does not have a named tombstone. Those were the fallen soldiers of the Confederate Army that succumbed to the Battle of Jonesboro, so they are buried here if their bodies was left here. And it brings a lot of tourist attractions. We also have the Road to Terror Museum, which is important to highlight because of the movie Gone with the Wind. And personally, I know a lot of people don't like this movie because it's long, it's older, but I love this movie. So of course it interests me just to know that although this movie was completely filmed in California, that is historical reference to Clayton County, to Jonesboro, to Terra, it all relates back to my hometown in which I grew up. So these are two of the great tourist attractions that we have here in Clayton County. Also, I've included some maps of Clayton County here. Of course, on the right we have the state of Georgia, and you see the itty bitty Clayton County here. But I included another map that just highlights some of the cities, the 7 cities, that we have that are a part of Clayton County, with Jonesboro being a pretty central piece of Clayton County. Now, considering all of these things, and of course, referring back to the reference to the Ohio. I'm sorry, I had a horrible brain fart, but the article written by Ohio State University, there are several key elements to a good community. Evaluating those 9 elements, I kind of wanted to see where Clayton County falls on that spectrum. So took a look at it, and I find Clayton County to be a pretty fair community, but due to the pros and cons in the areas that need improvement versus the areas that are flourishing. So in my opinion, Clayton County, like I said earlier, is becoming steadily unsafe, and it requires further development in areas such as the recognized place of social structure and homogeneity. But those are certain things that I feel will be further developed down the line. Additionally, I found that the relationships among the citizens could be better because, like I said, with that stigma in Atlanta, with some of the outside counties and cities, they believe that Clayton County is incredibly violent and unsafe. So when that stigma kind of trickles down to its own residents, it's kind of like everyone kind of stays in their own lane and prefers to be to themselves just as a precautionary measure. However, I do believe that the goods and services here are readily available in fair quantities and in qualities that are capable of sustaining life. Also, I feel that there is fair predictability among the residents, fair treatment, nothing too outside of the ordinary with that, and several great opportunities that are here in Clayton County as far as employment, as far as entrepreneurship, as far as education, just different areas where one can advance their own lives. Although the common values are quite questionable in my opinion, everyone is kind of in their own lane, have their own goals in life. Most residents have that goal and that mindset that they want to be profitable, and they have that survival based mindset. So those are some of the common goals that I see here in Clayton County. And like I said, they kind of balance out. So I feel that Clayton County is a pretty fair community. Now, I believe that improvements are necessary, and these improvements can be done that if people just start to come together more, I believe that it will help enhance the rest of, everything we have going on in the community, and, just start putting together programs, organizations, and events. And once we get past that level of non-interaction, that Clayton County will be on its way to becoming a great community. Last but not least, I have listed all of my references for you all. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation, and hopefully you get to visit Clayton County one day soon. Have a good one.